Hello to all of my curious friends. This is the May 6th reading for the collective, or whenever you happen to see this. If you're here watching me, if you're listening to this message, part of it or all of it is for you. So take what you need, leave the rest. All right, let's get into it. We're going to start with the King of Pentacles. He's coming up again. This time, the context for the King of Pentacles is the desire that we all have for an amazing life, for the life that we can't help but to feel like we deserve. And then you have all those voices saying like, oh, you don't deserve anything, blah, 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 blah. And that's nonsense. As I will say over and over and over again, we all deserve a fuck yeah life. King of Pentacles is very much a person of generosity who has been through the trenches, who's worked really hard, and has made all of their dreams come true. You have everything you need inside you to create the kind of life that you want and that you deserve. If you have the desire and it's coming from a heartfelt place, then it's yours to have. Don't allow anyone to tell you that you should only accept the bare minimum. You can have an extraordinary, abundant, huge life. And all of that exists within the thread of generosity. The generosity that you receive from others, the generosity that you give to others. It is a beautiful ebb and flow of reciprocation. It's how nature works. There is so much out there, and it's all for you, and it's all for me, and it's all for the collective, because there's more than enough, okay? So here's what gets in the way of that. Ten of Swords. Oftentimes this represents harsh endings, cruel endings. But in this regard, this is about the way that we feel victimized by our experiences. And it might be true. There is plenty of oppression out there. There is plenty of cruelty out there. And oftentimes we are subjugated to it. And there is a point where you have to understand that you have far more power than any of us have ever been conditioned to believe. You have the power to decide how you want to move through your life. You have the power to decide whether or not you're going to agree with the narratives that tell you you are a victim. You have sovereignty, you have autonomy, you have power. When you agree with the narratives that other people place upon you, you will find yourself in a place on your knees, not being able to move, and you are stuck within your own circumstances, within your own sense of smallness. And that is not your true essence. You're far greater than that. You are far more magnificent and more powerful than that. So take a deep breath, center yourself. If you feel caught in a system that you know is against you, there has to be a point where you just stop playing that game. And only you know how to decide how you're going to stop playing the game. And you can do it. Which leads us to the next card. The Moonchild card. This card is specific to the Moonchild deck that I am using, but I like using it. I didn't take it out for a reason. The Moonchild card represents the innate talents that you hold, the innate being of magnificence that you are. She's there and she's awakening, or he. It's not gender specific. Excuse me. It's not gender specific. But the person that you truly are is really screaming to get out, especially right now in these times. A lot of the chaos that you're seeing is specifically because we're suddenly being asked to reevaluate everything that we thought we understood about our realities and everything that we thought we understood about ourselves. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You are not your beliefs. Your beliefs probably aren't even yours. And you are far greater than a cog in the wheel. You matter. The things that you bring to the table matters. Your specific talents and thoughts and ideas and perspective matters, and the world wants to hear it. More importantly, the world needs to hear it. The world needs the true version of you. And we're in a time where you have very little choice at this point to keep hiding and playing small. You don't have that luxury anymore. It's time to really awaken to who you're supposed to be. Okay, next one. Shadow work. So in all of my readings, I pull a card from the bottom of the deck and I call it my what is hidden. And it's the undercurrent energy that moves things forward. It's a subtle energy that is behind the scenes. And I love that we have shadow work. Again, this card is specific to this particular deck. Shadow work is about going into your depths. If you have found your life to be particularly challenging, it's to force you to reconcile with the things that you have been hiding from yourself. Oftentimes, our greatest talents, our greatest attributes that unlock our greatness have been hidden into our depths because they're considered taboo or too much, or it makes us too big and we've been told to, simmer down now. Again, you no longer have that luxury. Shadow work is going deep into your subconscious, into your fears, into the things that you have been told are unacceptable. Reconciling with them, integrating them into your being, and knowing that all aspects of you are worthy of love, especially the cringy parts. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily okay to act out on or anything like that, but you have to accept that they're there and understand the gifts that they have underneath the cringy, hard, feeling that they immediately give to you. There's always a gift in there. You have to be able to shift your perspective to pull back and look at the larger context of what these things are showing to you about you. Okay, next card. Our advice card is the Two of Pentacles. What are you giving your attention to? How are you managing your time? Are you disassociating, scrolling through TikTok or whatever? Are you watching endless amounts of television? Or are you giving your time to what you actually want to see grow in your life? Remember, where your attention goes, energy flows. And what you give your attention to grows, okay? Pay very close attention to where you put your energy right now. It needs to be balanced in the right way. All right, final card. Five of Swords. Internalized conflict. I call this card not this specific card, but the very final card, the once more with feeling card. The internalized conflict that you have comes from being bombarded by so much conflicting messaging that you receive from the outside world. It's so important that you take time to sit with yourself without any distractions, not even trying to meditate. Just hang out with yourself. See what shows up. Give yourself time to simply exist so that you can reawaken to who you are. I got that from Jacqueline Hobbs, by the way. But remember who you are by sitting and being still. You've got everything that you need, okay? Follow me if you want more. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed.